Hey,
Yeah,
look,
I try to erase that from my memory.
The important question is, we all watched it, right?
Yeah, but absolutely. You want to know an even more important question?
Did you like it?
Who are we? Oh. Hi, I'm Fernando.
Shut the fuck up.
Y'all need to say your names. I thought we introduced.
I did not know where you were taking that. I'm glad that's where it went.
Okay. I'm Arthur.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Chris. This week we're gonna. We said Daniel was gonna host, but I'm still gonna introduce. You're hosting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it away, Dan.
No, I don't want to because
It's too late.
Okay, so this is the second episode of the Cigarette Burns podcast. If you haven't listened to our first one, go ahead and do that because we set up everything that we're going to be talking about. The movie that we watched was, or were tasked to watch, was Sick.
No.
I'm taking over this shit. This is me. Yeah. All right. Last week we talked about Max Knight Ultra Spy, and whose pick was that? Oh, it was Daniel's.
Daniel.
Fuck you.
See, look,
The quote unquote host.
now here's the issue. That was that was the inaugural podcast.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the first really focused discussion we're gonna have on this podcast as a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max Knight.
Yep.
Ultra Spy.
It's
incredible.
It's
movie.
a pretty good one.
So, personally, I'm glad that you don't get to pick a movie until it goes all the way back around.
Hey.
That was tough sledding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm glad that was only an hour and a half.
Yeah, no kidding.
No,
and like I told you, I found this movie because I was up way too late and I saw Max Knight in some of my recommended stuff, and it was kind of like a highlights of the movie, and I saw the first couple of scenes and seeing that CGI, that flying drone thing that falls around.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I was like, oh, we need to watch this movie.
Yeah. When I saw that flying drone thing, I automatically thought a direct to channel Disney Channel original movie called Xenon.
Yeah,
Girl
that's
of the
what
21st
I thought
century.
too.
Total vibe, and I'll tell you what, that for me, the hour and a half flew by so fast.
It was flying by for a while, but towards the end it was a slog.
It was pretty rough.
That was rough.
As rough as the graphics.
You said that your dad likes a lot of bad movies, right?
Yes.
And it would really be tough for him to really dislike something. What do you think he would think of Max Knight?
Honestly, I think this he might have met his match.
He couldn't
if
look
he
past
watched
that.
this movie.
There's no way. Especially when it gets. We'll talk about this more in depth, but when it gets to the machinima section,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
that would be an immediate turnoff for him.
Yeah.
I guarantee that.
That just was not
because when it's a movie like this, and I think of an instance when he would be watching it, it'd come on TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was made for TV for UPN, which is
Yeah.
a defunct network, which
Right,
is
and
so appropriate.
Yeah.
and he would be given the choice of, do I continue watching this movie or do I go do something with my life? And I think undoubtedly he would choose to go do something else.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Anything else?
Anything.
It hardly serves as background radiation. There's
there's a lot of radiation.
Nothing.
I felt my brain melt a little.
But yeah, we were tasked with watching this movie, and actually, before we actually start going in depth about it, me and Fernando were talking about something last episode. We were discussing whether we had ever seen a rated R movie with our parents. And I don't know if we've told you yet, Art. I've told Chris.
No.
The only movie, and this is how my dad set it up. He said, what was that movie where they curved the bullet?
See, I forgot what your answer was, and it's still funny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we watched it at my cousin's house in his garage after some fight.
Yeah. It was a UFC fight because we would always go to his place to watch it afterwards. And he's like, "Hey guys, I'm just gonna show you a movie because our cousins are notorious for watching a whole bunch of movies that they're B-rate movies, but they of course came out in the theaters, but they still love the hell out of them. Like Gone in 60 Seconds. That was another one.
Man, I love Gone in 60
It's great, but it's a shitty movie.
I like Gone in 60
Seconds. Yeah, I mean,
which might segue into something I'm thinking about, where I talk about the cars.
Yeah.
In every movie we watch.
Yeah.
Featured quite prominently in this movie.
Was it a Trans Am?
Trans Am.
No, it wasn't a Trans Am.
Or was it a Camaro?
It was a Camaro.
It's a Camaro. Wow.
I mean, it was like trying to be Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Did
you see the little antennas on the side?
Yeah,
what was up with that?
So they're there cosmetically.
Mm-hmm.
So they're supposed to be cool because they don't serve a function in the movie.
Yeah.
That means somebody thought those antennas looked cool.
Wait, keep in mind, this is the movie that has a whole bunch of plots that have no ends whatsoever.
Well, just like the intro, you see Max Knight with a lot of weird sexual innuendo that is totally misplaced.
Oh,
he
yeah,
breaks
that's
into
like the movie.
He breaks into like that headquarters and steals this like
the Tamagotchi.
It wasn't even a Tamagotchi. Like it was the second rate thing. It was a gigapet. It was a gigapet.
Well, I forgot about gigapet.
Yeah, no,
yeah. What I don't get is
Absolutely.
like. That was like his intro, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it was to set up like, whoa, dude, this is the kind of missions Max Knight's up. Like, this is what he does. Like, this is the
High
levels.
tech.
This is the $1.5 million like
And,
base
this-
price that he says later in the movie.
And this is something that I was talking to Hart. I feel that it was trying to do what James Bond did in most of his films, but in
Look
a
at the
very
intro.
oral.
Yeah,
no,
it's the
yeah.
worst
It was just
James
the
Bond.
worst.
Well, it was caught
iteration.
between James Bond and Mission Impossible.
Yeah, because like that Asian guy never appeared,
Which
ever
is
again.
also like
Japanese.
way too much credit.
Yeah,
This movie
absolutely.
was.
And
well, go ahead.
okay, so what Chris was saying with the sexual innuendos, when I'm thinking back on this movie, that was one of my biggest issues. So sexual innuendo pops up throughout the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
That it to the point of where it's like obviously like
Yeah.
PG-13 or what we would have in the corner, TV-14
Right.
territory, but none of the violence.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Which just drove me mad. It was rated G violence
Yeah.
with like.
I mean, it's pretty
this
questionable.
crappy-
It seemed like this movie only hit women. That's all. Literally.
Oh, one hitter quitter.
Yes.
He.
Well, like with the intro sequence, those two Asian guys with like the MP5s, they get knocked out when he's like invisible. He punches them once, and then the other guy's like, "Duh, what's happening?"
Yeah.
Like walks up to him and gets knocked
Which
out.
begs the question: who on earth was this made for?
Yeah,
I
like,
don't know. I really don't know.
That's
It was
the
probably like a personal project gone wrong. That's really what I feel like
I
it.
tell you, what it was is some guy watched Mission Impossible, and James Bond is like, "Yeah, I can do that."
To me, the saddest part was the intro was actually the best part. I thought
Yeah.
it got worse and worse as it went on.
Oh,
Oh,
of course.
yeah.
I'm not gonna.
The part, the intro starts out with him breaking into a corporate building or something, stealing a gigapet
Yeah.
for whatever,
Yeah.
for some unspecified
Yeah,
reason.
we still don't know. Like, it had no use in the movie.
So we'll just say that that's his character intro.
Oh, also, going back to like what you were saying, the G-rated violence, the sexual innuendos, also the racial slurs.
Oh yeah,
Like, what's
they,
up with
they
that?
just tried to slip it in there. And
They
it wasn't
Well,
discreet.
and I have that note too. You know, we're talking about the intro scene. First of all, camouflage that goes through
yes,
motion.
yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
that was incredible.
Okay, then you get to the room.
That's in the first 5 minutes.
Right,
Yeah.
with these laser beams. Okay, Max Knight has to memorize and fandangle like his
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Not only that, he has his personal computer assistant calculate
Yeah.
how to get across
and
it.
he's faster than it.
And apparently he's faster, more well suited, and better for it. So why call her up?
But note that once he gets the Tamagotchi, he just hauls ass through
Yeah.
that room.
Yeah, and it doesn't even.
It means
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, and it doesn't even speak to the other agents that are trying to stop him. Like, how did they get past that room?
And then on Chris's point of racism, I love Sailor Moon is the password.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you have to say about the Japanese. That, for our equivalent, that would be like the password being like, "Oh, we're gonna hack into Art's computer. I love tacos."
Or, I love burgers.
Yeah.
Americans, I love
And
burgers.
what does he say with that? It's just like, but I want a real girl.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
guy
that's
who's
right.
the guy who's like cracking sex jokes at his like virtual assistant all the time.
Oh, the one who he obviously wants to fuck.
Yeah.
So after Max steals the gigaped, he makes his grandiose escape. Like how does he even get down? He's like parachuting.
He repels down, like
Jumps out the
really-
window,
yeah.
grabs the
Oh, he
lapel line.
does the hook thing like really quick as he's going out the
Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
And this is where the movie gets bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one of my highlights for this one was that Asian dude that was trying to, like, he was channeling his inner Chris Tucker. You could tell he just watched
Chris
Rush
Tucker.
Hour. He was like, hey, man, like, we gotta get
We've
this
been
dude."
jacked straight, blood.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. He's,
Why set him up as a character?
Well,
it's
that's
like
what I'm
yeah.
about to say.
He seemed like he had a lot of personality.
the characters, as horrible as they were in the first 5 minutes, were
the best
part.
characters.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Yeah, come
'Cause
on,
after
some
you get-
evil Spice Girls or goth cyber girls. What's
Yes,
up with
after,
that?
After this whole intro, you get into like this weird made-for-TV Disney kind of vibe, where like
Yeah.
it's
No,
so-
Disney's giving it too much credit.
Yeah,
It really is. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, this movie's rotten to the core, man.
This is UPN
Yeah.
original
Oh my
programming.
god.
Oh, jeez.
This isn't Disney Channel.
But so what was it like? Some girl gets kidnapped because she discovers a new element. Right?
Yeah.
Whoa, no. She's on the path to discovering a new element, but she created a perpetual
motion
device, or
And-
a device that gives perpetual energy.
Yeah. So it was energy because they needed a really large
Yeah.
power source enough to help the other guy.
But she did discover that element.
Yes.
Yeah, like with the power, that like neural thing that they
So
hooked her
she
up to.
has amazing mechanical engineering skills.
Oh, more
She
than that.
is a fucking brilliant chemist.
Yeah.
And
She's 16.
computer science
Yeah.
too.
And
like
but she's 16, which we're gonna get into that.
Yeah, we'll
later
get
on.
into that.
So naturally, with any like big discovery, someone's gonna want to take advantage of it. So this
Yeah.
is where I have written down my notes. The guy from Mudvayne comes in and
Yep.
kidnaps
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, that's exactly what
and
happened.
then like so
Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
Oh
That
god,
was,
that's probably
that
a
was
better.
my take. Mark
See,
McGrath.
I have Guy from Mudvayne written down in my notes over and
Dude,
over.
literally one of my favorite lines by him when he's describing one of his assistants. He's like, "She's low on bandwidth," basically calling her a whore. Like she's really easy. Like that was so fucking cheesy and so
I
bad.
didn't get that.
So
I
bad.
just thought she's operating on like a low.
No.
No,
He gave a nudge because he's like, yeah, I can get my way with her.
Oh
So,
my god,
yeah.
I didn't catch that at all.
Rewatch that. It was
I
really
won't.
bad.
I won't.
Yeah, the dude's a borderline pedophile. Like, of course, that's in
There's
his
nothing
nature.
borderline.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I take that back.
Yeah, he
take
does
that back.
lick a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
Yes, and knowingly, he knows that it's a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
And licking doesn't just show up once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's 2 or 3 times.
Like how
the director
close,
has a thing. For
how
it.
close he talks to people. He's just like.
No, how close he talks to women, not just
Oh,
people.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max Knight is like 80 feet away.
Yeah. He's like, don't get me near
he
this
gets on his little
sicko.
crane thing. And
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, I'm, and he's already close enough at that point.
That's,
Right. So, going to the actual kidnapping scene. What's that guy's name? The Melvin Welvin character.
Oh, that
Fleagle.
guy.
Fleagle. That was his name.
when you're introducing who's gonna be the love interest for Max Knight in the movie?
Yeah.
How her thong falls out her purse.
That's trashy. That's really
Wow.
trashy.
Yeah, like
Why would you do that to her?
Yeah.
Poor thing.
yeah. I mean,
I mean, you could tell that kid's like head over heels for
Guys,
her.
what's her name again?
I don't even
Ricky.
care.
Ricky.
Ricky?
Ricky.
Oh yeah, it was
Who-
Ricky.
Who is the oldest 26-year-old
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
I
the
have
face of this
ever
planet.
seen?
Yeah.
So
Well, we
that
did.
Ricky was what I think her name was Lindsay, right? The girl that discovered the new
Lindsay,
album.
yeah.
Yes.
Lindsay's the little sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That she's the older sister of Lindsay, the brilliant scientist, or whatever. And so she enlists Max Knight to go save her kidnapped little sister, which is where things really get bad.
Ooh.
Yeah. Where
But just how they find him is
Yeah,
the
thing
funniest
how
thing.
how did Lindsay know how to find Max Knight?
It was
Someone recommended it.
yeah.
it's the nerd guy, the real
Yeah.
creepazoid.
That's
Yeah, but
right.
but
That's
the thing
right.
is, they
Yeah.
never explain how Lindsay knows him because he says, hey, if Lindsay says if anything ever happens to her, call Max Knight.
Oh, really?
How does Lindsay know
Well,
who Max Knight is?
She knows everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, of course, yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't have a movie.
Except character, like,
Yeah.
she's a bad judge of character.
Yeah.
She knows literally
Everything
everything
else,
else.
yeah.
But
But
I
that
don't know.
kidnapping scene.
Hey,
Dude,
there's
the
a
Jet
lot
Set
of
Radio.
a lot of
Crazy
things wrong with
Taxi.
that.
Hell yeah, man.
Tony Hawk,
Everything about that.
Pro Skater 1.
It just
Man,
was
it
not.
had the being pulled by a scooter scene, you know, where
We're
she's
talking
like behind it.
Now my favorite is like when in like a whole bunch of 80s movies is when they show them going really fast and bumping into somebody, so they have that shot where you're underneath the person and then they're just like flailing.
Yeah.
That it seems to be like in every 80s movie. Like-
Also, there a lot happens in between, but like basically what happens is there's a showdown in a shopping mall between the girls that kidnapped Lindsay, the brilliant scientist, and
man.
Max. Max likes to punch women.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That is a
that's-
big plot point, I think.
It
I
is
think
tremendously
One-hitter quitters.
just
Multiple.
yeah, and
multiple
they're
victims.
egregious.
And-
like it's bad.
so. After I think this is why he has to recharge. After he punches women, he has to recharge.
Yeah.
He was down to like 1%,
Yeah.
guys.
Right, because...
But at some point he was at 69%.
you know what? And that...
Oh,
Yes,
the
he was.
69%.
That was-
Come on.
9%.
Yeah.
And he recharges with a quarter inch. Did y'all
So-
notice
Yes.
that?
Yes, he does.
What was he? That is never addressed.
Yeah, it was.
It's just some implant.
Yeah.
He's,
So he's basically
he's a
Iron
cyborg.
Man.
Yeah, he's a cyborg.
He's Iron Man.
He's
He
Iron
is.
Man.
Hey.
Like
But,
that's
like,
about a symbol.
I mean, did they predict
What?
Iron Man?
Robert W. Jr.
He didn't got shit on Max
You
Knight.
Yeah.
have nothing
You have nothing.
on Max Knight.
Criticizing a straight-to-TV movie on UPN is kind of pointless, but like, good lord, what a useless plot device
Yeah.
to have him be a cyborg.
Just
I-
an arbitrary limit on him.
Well, yeah, the only reason that came up is so the female character could have some kind of redeeming quality, because she does nothing the whole movie except for like call him.
Oh yeah.
And then
Oh,
she
no,
like
She gets her house blown up.
Yeah, she gets her sister stolen.
right. She sucks.
Yeah.
I was so heartbroken. So like, I'm not a very observant person. We're introduced to his personal assistant Claire, who has a form that like is on a projector and everything, like this computer, this AI or whatever. And I love Claire. I wrote Arthur and Claire Forever 2000 in my notebook. And then in the third act of the movie, I realized it's the same actress.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was heartbroken.
No.
Yeah. You didn't realize that?
I also wrote Team Claire in my notebook.
Yeah.
Like on the second page.
Yeah, that's why
I'm
he
like-
calls her
No.
twin. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
your
believe
twin.
it.
Wait.
We looked this up.
Clear
We looked this up.
The Claire was the, what do they say, the high resolution personal assistant
Yes.
for Max. So it was just this woman that came on screen in Max's weird hideout that would like offer him advice and make sexual jokes.
Yeah,
with
and
him.
she's the one that was talking to him in the first scene.
Yeah.
And she's like ready for penetration. She's like, Claire, not now.
She's like a virtual money penny.
Yeah.
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 It's and everything's like plugged into her. Like, you are so cool.
Yeah.
Have you been working out?
Yeah.
She says that 3
And
times.
he's like, I gotta change that program.
Okay, so I figured out that the lead singer from Mudvayne, or Sugar Ray guy, his whole objective is to like create like immortality basically for them,
Yeah.
and to jack themselves into like this weird internet world
Yeah.
Yeah.
where
That
they're
was
like all powerful beings. I don't. That flew over my. It was
Yeah.
just too much for me. Like I my eyes glazed over at a point. Let's see. So Max eventually winds up at the hideout of the Mudvayne lead singer, and they jack into the mainframer. So I think that's what they said.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It was pretty bad.
This is after a climactic street chase with actual real guns for the first time in the movie.
Yeah, that which was kind of a disappointment. And also, in the original street chase where they are getting the girl, did y'all notice that she did not paddle one time? She never kicked on her skateboard. She was just rolling the whole time.
well, the thing
The
is,
whole
she has a
time.
quantum skateboard.
Well,
she,
no,
she
she-
invented it.
No, it's
No,
right.
no.
It's right when
kidding.
Tony
I-
Hawk was coming out.
Yeah.
So like in Tony Hawk, you don't have to push. You
Yeah.
just squat.
You
down.
just squat and you go
Do it,
faster.
and then you just do that multiple
I mean,
times.
No, the thing is, like, she's so smart. She created a squatting skateboard.
A
that-
squatting quadless.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
it
I mean, that's what's
eliminates the
going on.
need to do that. So I guess I'm the idiot on this one.
I mean,
Yeah.
This-
compared to Lindsay.
Well, yeah. I mean,
This
I didn't
movie-
discover an element.
so we're back to Ricky, who I hate, and so we're told that was a physical ed major. Do y'all remember that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do not remember that.
Yes.
She is
I
a
remember.
physical
Yeah.
ed major. She has a lovely house.
Oh, lovely
We're
is an
talking about-
understatement.
Well, not anymore.
No,
No, but still.
5,000 square feet, Japanese style,
Yeah.
fog machines installed inside.
Yeah, it's just really weird
So
things.
what does she do?
Banks off her sister's money.
Pretty much. I mean, it's like, yeah, you got. I mean, we got funding. I mean, you got funding.
Yeah.
Is that for your new project? I'm assuming that's
Oh,
what the conversation went like.
And then right after this scene, when it cuts back to like the three henchmen, hench ladies,
Yes.
are the Teletubbies gay?
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Whoa, what?
That was
Do
that
y'all
was
remember
beautiful.
that?
No.
No.
Yes, I
They-
got it. I
at,
got
like,
it written
instead
down.
of saying like, "Hey, does the Pope shit in the forest?" to say no.
They
or,
said, or the Teletubbies.
No,
Are
it was
the
to say
Teletubbies
yes.
gay? Yeah, to
it was
say
to
yes.
say yes.
Fantastic.
They're like, "Did you get the girl or whatever?"
Yeah.
Are the
Teletubbies
Teletubbies gay?
I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
I completely
God.
missed that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was a work of beauty. It was. We had to pause the movie at that point.
Also,
I really. Oh, go ahead.
oh, sorry. Also, one of the most forgettable scenes, the club scene.
No,
no,
that was
no,
not
no.
forgettable to me
Frobo's
at all.
Cafe.
Yeah, What the hell was that guy saying? What?
He kept repeating it.
He kept repeating something, and I'm assuming it was supposed to be like
It's lead speak.
yeah,
Lead speak.
Yeah.
it was
So
like
much
some
lead speak.
nerdy shit to appeal to people. So it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, crack
it's-
the code, but literal coding.
I got a little ahead of myself. That was before the chase back to the lair.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that's when they're trying to figure out what the tattoo meant.
Yeah, because
Right.
they
Which
finally.
like
Well, I guess she's the one. Ricky's the one that noticed that, didn't she? Or was it?
God.
No, it was
Max.
Max. He
Was
went.
it
He
Max?
went into his lair and was like,
Oh, okay.
he was like,
And analyze
Claire,
it.
analyze this.
Yeah, he,
Like,
he said
pulled it up.
enhance.
Oh,
Enhance.
oh yeah, enhance.
Enhance.
So let's move on, please, to the
Please.
lair scene.
Oh, that's
where
fine with me.
the mega mastermind villain guy. They jack into the mainframe for some reason. What was the reason for them going in there in the first place? I know, like that's he wants to achieve immortality through that.
Yeah.
But why were they both in there? What occurred?
Oh.
Well, like,
Because once he put himself in there, they had already begun the self-destruction
Yeah.
sequence, or the sequence that's gonna launch the fucking element or whatever that kills people. They never explained
Yeah,
it.
so-
but of course they fucking
I
don't.
think at one point he did say it would kill 6 billion people.
Yes.
yeah,
right?
Well,
yeah, he
yeah,
did
he's killing
specifically dating itself.
but
6 billion.
But so what happens is that Mark McGrath does that, and because Max is of course like counter hacking him.
yeah,
But if he becomes the program, he can stop Max's counter hacking.
yeah,
And his plan will still.
yeah, and like,
And he'll be all by himself
yeah,
Yeah, but
because all his fucking shitty 90s rave reject cronies.
hey, yeah,
done
but
run
you also
out
have
on
to
him.
keep in mind that was only the tip of the ice cube. He had a bigger master
did say
plan.
that.
yeah,
The tip-
The tip of the ice,
mother
totally undermining
fucking
what
ice
his
cube.
plan was.
Did you guys
An ice cube, not even an iceberg. What the fuck, dude? Come on, man. It's a tiny little cube.
You got big ambitions to kill 6 billion people.
Well,
you
and
can't
then
even
it's just
call it
an ice
iceberg?
cube, and it's just a tip. Just a tip. Specifically, he said it to that 16-year-old, by the way.
I mean, killing
Just-
6 billion people is actually the objectively worst thing you could do.
yeah,
Yeah, like,
it's literally everything. That's everything right there.
Did you guys think going into this that this would have a statement on transhumanism?
absolutely not. Like, I like going into it. I just thought it was
Elevating
going to
the
be
conscious,
Yeah.
some like,
transcending, humanity. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
No, I have some words to say about this, but this is when we conclude because it's
Whoa,
pretty
we didn't
heavy.
even cover the Half-Life scene.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
the
Oh,
statement that I
there's-
want to come
there's
up, this is
still
going to be at the
some
very
well,
end.
before we get into anything else,
Yeah.
his fucking flavor saver, like the color
Oh,
in flavor saver,
wow.
like, oh my, it looks like an inchworm on the bottom of his lip, like, oh, like,
Soul patch.
like,
Oof.
His eyelashes are immaculate though.
because they're drawn in,
They're
drawn
look
in, man.
so good.
I don't know.
And he's
I
got
kind of like the frosted tips. I think that was a nice touch.
frosted tips.
I mean, we can bring those back. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
soul
bringing them back.
patch, check. Frosted tips, check.
Check, yeah.
Eyebrow piercings, check.
Check.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Vinyl, fluorescent colored jackets and matching pants, check.
Pedophile.
He pedophile,
Yep.
Check.
big check.
Big old
Yeah,
check mark
it's
by
he's
that.
one of those dudes where it's like, yeah, man, she's 16, she'll be 17 next month. It's that kind of guy.
Oh my god.
It really is. It's like age is just a number, but whatever. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Just it's not
Jesus.
pretty.
Yeah, man. Real quick, can we talk about Frobo's Cafe?
Yeah.
Before we get to
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
would
just
love-
the
yeah.
stunning conclusion.
It's
So back to-
it was not we're not even gonna talk about the fact that they were trying to go for that whole Matrix vibe with really shitty music.
Fernando, real quick, have you seen the Matrix?
Yes, I've seen the Matrix.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do you think I said that?
That, honest to God,
It was an homage.
we have
the
had-
worst in the worst way.
We have had several conversations, you and I, where you said like something. I'm like, Fernando, have you seen that movie? Well, no.
Well, that was the past me.
It will come up more, but Fernando.
This is the new Fernando.
This is a new
Yeah,
one.
like from the time we had
We're
the
in the-
first podcast to the second one, he has seen
everything.
every trilogy.
Because I plugged into the Matrix.
he did.
I
plugged in
am
Jack
the
in
Matrix. I figured a new element. I discovered self-propelling skateboards. I am the 90s
You are-
to 2000s, man.
You are Lucille or whatever her name is.
I am exactly that.
The little sister.
Yes,
Lindsay. I said Lucille.
Whatever.
Lucille,
I knew what
how
you
you
meant.
come up with Lucille?
It's an L.
You're
L.
a fucking idiot.
E in there.
It's a. I don't know.
But so with the Frobos and like, so they have all that stupid lead speak, right?
Oh,
which is nonsense.
Tell me about the bassist from No Doubt sneaking in.
Yeah, there is an extra who looks just like
the bassist
from No Doubt.
See, I have written in my notes, Jonathan Davis from Korn does a line.
Yeah. And did y'all notice Mr. Cybergoth Riddler just like sneaking his way around there?
Yeah.
That guy was
Like,
oh god.
Man, those poor cops, they took that ass whipping
God,
They got fucked up.
so bad.
They weren't ready.
I think they thought they were gonna have a dance fight.
You know what they came in there for, right? They had a warrant for phone freaking.
Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that. I was not paying attention to that.
There have been reported cases of phone freaking.
Phone freaking.
Wow. And they just murder the cops with no consequences.
Yeah.
Actual death.
Yeah.
Like,
literal.
once again, this movie and its lack of violence is so upsetting.
But it does not pull punches against women or cops.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, let's go all out.
Let's pull all the stops and just wreck shop. Let's just do that.
I mean, like the what's it? Those ladies, they're carrying around like MP5s and Mac 10s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
and they are so mean.
Like
They are so.
they're the cyber mean
they're
girls,
so
man.
mean.
Come on.
Like, the girl has bitch tattooed
That's right.
on her hand, and when we meet her in the abduction scene, we know how mean she is. They play a tiger roaring.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Three times.
No, I think you counted more. I want to say you counted more.
God, when Lindsay slams into the inside of that van when
It's
they catch
loud.
her, just boom,
Yeah.
she's knocked out. Like,
Yeah. God, what did they have in there?
They are
this is
the
an angry director. Like,
There was something definitely going on
All right,
there.
can we move on?
Yeah. Oh,
Because
please. Please.
I've said this multiple times, but whoa, when they jack into the mainframe, and all of a sudden, this movie turns into machinima.
just Half-Life.
Half-Life 2 footage. I mean, this makes Rooster Teeth's Red vs. Blue look like a Coppola film.
It's not. It's not Half-Life 2.
Isn't it not?
What is
like,
it?
It's
It's
Half-Life 1.
Oh, it's just
Sorry.
Half-Life.
It's Half-Life.
Yeah.
Half-Life 2 looks amazing compared to this movie.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it had actual cinematics.
Yeah.
And so-
Really well thought out ones.
in the in the game Half-Life,
Because the internet takes you to Half-Life.
yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like real 3 to 4 minute fight scene breaks out in this video game world, and like I can't imagine like seeing this. I wish I could go back to that moment. So I was like, what happened?
Yeah. It was
What are we-
madness.
what
It
are we
was just
witnessing
madness.
This took like when I said the intro was the best part, it is by far the best part.
It really is. Yeah.
It just gets worse and worse.
Like, if it had stayed at the tempo of the intro scene, it would have been a passable, laughing, like, original sci-fi movie.
Yeah, at least it was
Like-
like kind of trying to be cool and like a spy thing
Yeah.
or whatever.
Actual
Even if it
action.
was like falling flat on its face over and over, at least it was like it was being earnest.
Yeah.
This was a joke.
So instead, you pretty much get really shitty jokes about oral sex because of she's eating a peach in a very weird way.
You get a dance number. You get the fucking, like,
That's right. There was a
painting-
dance number.
a painting background of a nuclear power plant.
Yep.
It wasn't even.
It was
well
like a
done.
pre-rendered
Like-
background.
You get quotes like Ebozo virus.
Yeah, that
you
was
get quotes
so
like
stupid.
derez the debuffers. Quotes like press the digitizer.
No.
You're so two-dimensional, Claire.
Yeah, no. Honestly, one of my favorite ones was, let's round up all pretty much all the people so that they can start packing up their gray matter. That one's gonna live with me till the end of time.
When Max Knight is explaining Claire to Ricky, he mansplains with Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was like, wow.
And then she totally gets it.
Oh, hold on. Something about PowerPoint.
Oh,
There is
God.
a PowerPoint presentation.
Oh,
Do y'all remember that?
That was rough.
What was that?
Okay, a flyer
was
of the evil
rough.
group and they show it in PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something about their
so
stupid fucking
shitty.
plan.
And it's like a bunch of
it's
different
done.
fonts and like
Yeah,
all shoved
in PowerPoint.
into. Yeah.
Oh
with
my
the
God.
word art, you know,
Yeah.
that goes from yellow to red.
Yeah.
And they
It's like
italicized
3D.
it.
Was not even tasteful at all.
Nothing about this movie was tasteful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Except for the peach.
a farce from beginning to end.
Yeah.
What was the song they danced to?
Oh,
It was "I Will Survive," wasn't it?
No. It was.
It was I Will Survive.
Was it? Are
It
you
was
sure?
something of that nature.
I Will Survive. Yeah.
No, it was not. It was not. I Will Survive. It was. That's the way I like it.
That's right.
That is it.
That's the way.
Yeah.
I don't like this movie.
Man.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so,
not the way that I like it.
Definitely
Definitely not.
While having their fight in Half-Life, Max kicks up the 43D3.
Yes. Yes, he does. Yes, I said
100.
the same thing. The same exact
And
thing.
brings up the
Mark
mystery.
McGrath
Yeah.
gets eaten by these, like, you know those little, like, denture toys
Oh,
that, like,
Yeah.
just kinda,
Yeah, I forgot.
they kind of, like, clack. They just kind of...
It's just chattering.
A
the whole
virus.
time.
Because what is a 90s movie about technology where, like, a virus isn't
present.
turned into an image?
Right.
Because
It's
the
manifested.
audience are fucking idiots. We have no
Yeah.
respect for them.
Mark McGrath gets eaten alive by these chatterbox things, and while he's being eaten, screams, "I'm melting."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
That
doesn't even
was-
take his death seriously.
Yeah.
He doesn't take
Yeah,
this movie
It's
seriously.
it's just like, "I'm melting."
Yeah.
And he was like not even melting, by the way.
No,
it
he was
was
being eaten.
bad. It was
What an
so
idiot!
bad.
Like, who doesn't know the difference between being eaten
melting,
and melting?
yeah,
Like,
being melted.
And who wants to
being
be
eaten.
stuck in the 90s internet forever?
God, you,
That, and
well,
that-
he does apparently with
Oh,
that really.
the porn.
Yes,
teen
I was
website.
exactly going to bring that up.
Oh, I
It
forgot.
said-
Pedophile confirmed.
And it's like, what is it? Like the rate is really bad. It's like what 10 frames per second, really choppy. There has
Does
there's
anybody remember what it
buffering.
was called?
It was
called,
teenagers.
like-
It was about teenagers.
Yeah, it was about teens.
Yeah.
It was
hot
something-
ass teens.
it was like
Hot
yeah,
teens or
something
something.
really gimmicky.
It was something like "Sexy Teen Kittens."
yeah,
Something like that.
because he
something
said it's like
Kittens.
it.
teen sex kittens.
He
Might be that.
specifically talked about it being okay to do. That in this world, that's fine. It's totally fine. It's okay
And
to
they
lick
need to
minors.
investigate this director, man.
They really do.
I
Because there's something clearly wrong.
I like how when Lindsay, like, you're at the very end when they're trying to do the Doomsday Matrix, whatever, and she goes off to go change into her rave gear,
Yeah.
and she comes back, and it's like, she's all that. You know,
No,
Yeah.
that was so
she
dumb.
goes. It's,
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that. And, and
Yeah, it was pretty
and
bad.
note that they could not afford a fight choreographer.
No, for shit.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
maybe that's like the functional reason why it's all
There
like
was-
one hitter
yeah.
quitter.
Yeah, well,
Because
you know how shitty that fight sequence was? Max defeated him with his
it was
sexual
so
prowess.
It was so shitty that they had to do it in a video game.
Yeah, yeah. No,
That's-
but when he was fighting him that one last time, he defeated him with his sexual touch. It was so bad. It was so bad.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
like what specifically?
Yeah.
it was going up to them, pretty much flirting with them, and they're like, "Oh,
You're right.
if this was
You're right.
if this was a different situation, I'd totally be banging you right now."
He did say that.
Yeah.
He did say that. But
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
knocks him out.
so bad. It was so bad, and he defeated all three of them that way. Pretty, especially the dumbest one was Proto Harley Quinn over here, and she just didn't do jack shit. Like she just got knocked
the
the fuck
one who
out.
had a lollipop.
It was
every
so
single
bad.
scene.
Yeah, it was horrible.
So
it was horrible.
you guys want to get to the epilogue?
Yes.
Oh.
After
absolutely.
Mark McGrath gets taken down.
And Max shoots himself out of the fucking internet.
Yeah.
That was so
God.
violent with the gun.
That was so unexpected.
so
that was
loud.
a giant ass gun, man. Like, how do you have the? Well, I guess it is the
Damn.
internet. You can do whatever the hell you want in there. But I think one thing before we get into that, did y'all notice that when he was downloading Lindsay's consciousness, it was one of those contact juggling balls that they tried to sell
Yeah.
in the early 2000s.
Oh, like the squeeze ones?
No. The clear ones that it looks like it contact juggling. Do you remember those?
I don't.
Contact.
We're-
juggling. That
Oh,
sounds
the
like
yes.
ones where like the different
It's
colors.
just clear. Yeah, it's just clear. And then you're supposed to roll them around and you're supposed to make it look like it's floating.
Oh, the fushigi!
Yes, one of those. They're called contact juggling balls. Look them up online. Do not buy them.
Did you have contact juggling?
No, but I wanted to.
Man, I wanted to.
Because you seem to remember that.
I remember them very clearly.
well.
Very clearly. It was one of it's I guess in one of my lists of stuff that I wish I could put on my useless talents list. But I can't do that anymore because Mom wouldn't pay for it.
Man, contact juggling.
Contact juggling balls.
Yeah, that sounds like a Jackass skit.
It is. It's not.
Wait, yeah, what?
Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's they're not they have too little of the wrong type of neuron. So it's a different sort of thing. Yeah.
It's low bandwidth.
It's low bandwidth.
It's low bandwidth.
It's low bandwidth. They're just trashy.
The heavy bozo virus.
Yeah. It just all comes with that package. But yeah, that's the only thing that just like was like really weird.
What a shit movie.
Whoa, yeah.
We got to get to the epilogue. I think this is like the most important part.
Oh, it is.
Okay, so post the world is saved.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they basically didn't get sorged.
All right. Does anyone want sorged?
Yes, I love that word.
No, wait. Remember when they were trying to save the world in Mark McGrath's lair? There was some conscious like traveling going on.
Oh yeah.
Like there was a lot of back and forth. Minds were going everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what happens?
What?
Claire
Oh.
and Ricky's mind get switched.
Does this really happen?
Yes.
You swear?
Yes, this really happens.
I was wrong, okay? Let it go, people.
My dreams come true.
So, Claire, the high-resolution personal assistant, is now in the physical realm. And poor Ricky's mind just gets stuck in the internet somewhere. So, like, this actual person is stuck in this netherworld.
God.
Okay, you're
And
not
so,
making this
no,
up.
I'm totally serious.
Swear to
This is at
God.
the very
I
end.
mean, he has that like conversation with her whenever he's like almost dead or whatever, and he's just like, "Well, Claire, I'll see you later," something like that. And you remember that? Like, he has this conversation with her after he defeats.
That is such.
and he's still in the computer.
Yeah,
world.
And he
He, like,
said,
talks
"Don't
to her
worry,
about
it'll only be a nanosecond."
Yeah, something like that.
And he says something about interdimensional relationships. Never
Yeah.
working. He gets out of that, and Ricky like comes up to him, and they converse really quickly. Then Max walks away, and then she says something. I don't remember what it was, but it tips you off to that's actually Claire
Oh my.
in the physical
goodness.
world as Ricky.
That's-
And Ricky's mind has just been chucked away.
That.
is
Oh.
awesome. That is so cool.
That's awful.
That is the best plot device.
That
in
is
the
the
whole
best.
movie.
Okay. Yeah, one caveat. That's the best part of the movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
How inspired.
I don't know. I just
That's the last word I used.
was I the only one that was like kind of weirded out that they just moved in with this guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Like, what
so
the
like,
fuck was
so
up
he's
with
just
that?
like, "Can I take you home?" She's like, "All right."
Yeah,
And then they start eating a
They
peach
just start
together.
eating peach.
No. No, in the epilogue.
No, like
The
like before
sisters.
then.
Oh yeah, I know that. I went at length to talk about
Well,
how
Do you think he's
shitty that
sleeping
was.
with both of them?
Oh, my
I think he
goodness.
wants to. I think he also wants because
Well-
he's
To be fair, there's no house for them to return to.
yeah, but then it's just fucking creep over here that he's.
You think he set this whole thing up?
He could have. I mean, he's literally hacked the '90s internet. This man can do anything.
Man.
He's an ultra spy.
Anyone can do anything
Yeah.
at any time in this stupid movie.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
There are
Asian men can be Chris Tucker. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean,
Sky's the limit.
yeah, there is there is no
The
sky.
deep web's the limit.
If it ever has an end, it just keeps going deeper. It just keeps going deeper. That's just what this life is about.
Just keeps going deeper.
Yeah.
Just keeps going deeper.
For some reason, well, that was Max Knight.
Yeah.
Ultra Spy.
That's next night.
Cool.
I would say don't watch it, but it might be worth watching.
Yeah.
Well, and this is what I.
And if you've already watched
So
it,
bad, so bad.
and
It's
if
so
you've
bad.
already
bad.
watched
It
it
really
because we
does.
told you to, sorry.
Yeah.
I was having a good time when I was watching.
See, okay,
And
here is.
Did you watch it with someone?
yeah.
Okay, only when
Yeah.
you do it.
Yeah,
And-
we watched
okay,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
And
So-
here's where my failed hosting gets to it. I wanted to tangent to a point, right? I wanted to talk about the difference between The Room and Sharknado.
Okay, really quick. I have one last thing on my notes. I don't know why I wrote this,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the movie, I wrote in all caps an allegory for Jonestown.
Oh.
I don't know why.
drinking the Kool-Aid.
There was
And you know what?
something about
It was a
something
doomsday
about
cult.
No.
Yeah,
They talk about that.
because they all basically wanted to
It was a
give
cult.
up their
Yeah.
It was a cult.
consciousness.
Yeah.
Right. It totally had that Haley's Comet passing or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
We're all gonna kill ourselves. Yeah, 100%.
And we will reach that higher state.
That definitely crossed my mind
Okay,
when I was
good.
watching
Yeah.
the movie.
No, because like that's the point that I wanted to make earlier. The elements that this movie had were actually pretty interesting. If we were to take it apart and just list the things that they were talking about, pretty much the whole fear of death, living on forever in a cyber world where you can do anything you want to.
Well, I think transhumanism is a really cool subject.
It is.
Like,
It's
it really
amazing.
is, but the movie is
Yeah.
shit.
The
Like,
one
it's
thing that I will say, the
It-
execution was piss poor. It was
Anything
horrible.
deep that this movie may appear is by pure accident or coincidence.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
100%.
The inspiration to it was definitely great, but the execution was just god
Yeah,
awful.
it's the topics that it hits on just kind of go hand in hand with the way that they presented it.
Yeah,
You
and
know
they
what I
just
mean?
glossed over these things.
Yeah, it's like a human getting into a machine. Well, then you start getting into like, oh yeah, it's accidental. You know,
Yeah.
it just happens to happen.
the whole thing with like the AIs, and I mean, I thought that was kind of interesting that it was trying to make a lot of points.
It was.
And
You are giving this movie too much credit.
I am giving it.
I think it
much
stumbled
credit.
onto
I
those points.
am
It stumbled
giving
onto
it.
those points.
Yeah.
It pulled them away from better sci-fi movies,
Yeah.
better sci-fi novellas, short stories,
And bastardized them.
And yes, exactly, with none of the nuance or meaning
That
they
it could have
have.
potentially. This movie, I'm gonna say this, it had so much potential, but it just was a piece of shit.
don't know.
Wow.
Everybody check out Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Why would you threaten the audience like that? That's so mean.
No, I
That's
knew,
okay.
I knew I had written down that Jonestown thing for a reason. I just couldn't think of
Yeah,
why.
no,
Thank
that's
you
what
for
it is.
Jogging
Yeah.
my memory.
That definitely was part of it. And yes, you were saying.
So now that we've watched this movie,
All right.
I wanted to get into the enjoyment of movies, right?
Yeah.
So the difference between The Room and Sharknado is something intended to be bad. You know the whole thing, so bad it's good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's a definite thing.
Yeah. Is there kind of a big gray area for that in terms of enjoyment? Should a movie be good because they intended it to be so bad it's good? Does that quantify it as good? You know what I mean? Is Sharknado good because they tried really hard for it to be bad? Is it the same good as The Room is bad but they didn't intend for it to be that bad?
I think what's important to note with Sharknado is it lampooning other genres or
There's a fine line.
a certain
There's a fine
type
line.
of storytelling. I've never seen Sharknado.
I have not seen Sharknado, but I have seen The Room.
I know it's really bad on purpose.
I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
both.
That's
so
kind of, that's its shtick.
Yeah.
So I definitely have an opinion on this, which is that I think that Sharknado, those movies, and I'm not speaking for Sharknado, I don't think Sharknado is good. But I do think that you can set out to do something like Sharknado, because Sharknado is entertaining not just on the so bad it's goodness of it, but also cheesy sci-fi Roger McCormick, who's like a big monster guy, right? Who a lot of these sci-fi movies are based on. That stuff is fun in itself.
Yeah.
Whether you're trying to be, quote, bad or over the top or not. And movies that are over the top for no reason, that kind of throw logic out the side, same thing with video games, are a lot of fun. However, I don't think that they will ever have the greatness of the accidental,
Yeah.
the
That
pureness
was
of The Room. So,
good.
do I think that they are entertaining? 100% yes. I think you can achieve that, even though I think Sharknado does not. That's my personal opinion. But I will say that they are a lesser art form and a lesser gem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I guess a better example of that, and I'm sure you've seen it in the movie Kung Pao.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I consider Kung Pao a good movie. I enjoy the movie Kung Pao. But the thing is, I do understand that it's on a lower rung because it was done on purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, that's just my general take on this.
And
Like,
where does Max Knight fall?
I think it falls under the same realm as The Room.
Yeah.
I think they
Yes.
had high expectations for that movie. I think they realized, or they wanted to make it be a really good job, but it just fell short
It was
entirely.
consistent effort with that.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell that they tried to put in things that would be like,
even though it was cheap
this
humor.
is stimulating. This is
The dichotomy you're trying to like bring up is the like this was trying to be something and it's earnest and it's charming because it's so bad and they tried. Yeah. And then there's they tried to make it so bad and they succeeded in it, but it's still really bad, but it's on purpose. Yeah. So that's the whole Tim and Eric.
That just rubs me the wrong way.
I could talk about why Tim and Eric is and that style of comedy is genius forever, because I think when you get into like making stuff bad on purpose, it needs to have some kind of mess. Like it needs to lampoon a certain like subculture or part of society,
and not take itself too seriously. I think that's what Sharknado.
It's also
did
King
not
of the Hill
do.
Stuff like that.
Exactly. Mike Judge and Tim and Eric comes to mind. Like Tim and Eric, to me, the best description of it is always it's a celebration of averageness.
Yeah. Yeah.
And King of the Hill would be a celebration
of averageness as well. Texan averageness.
A middle America, like and it celebrates it in a way, and it makes fun of it. But it's also like weirdly respectful. Yeah. And so it's really hard to nail down what you're bringing up. Like, where's the line? Yeah. So and that's what I'm saying. I think the line is very fluid. Yeah. I don't think there's any way you can just nail that down. It's an interesting topic. I could talk about that forever.
Yeah. But here's the thing with Max Knight. Is I think it was received pretty well when it first came out. We looked at some reviews on IMDb, and they were reviews from the year 2000, and people liked it. A guy said, I swear to God, this is the coolest villain that I have seen in years.
Did you guys notice at one point the villain really broke out of his usual character? He wasn't like, normally he's a pedophile, right? Like that's his character. Yeah. And all of a sudden he 100%. He turns into this like
a techno Willy Wonka.
He turns into like this character that it seems like he was a Batman character that was scrapped as soon as they started reading the script. Like for one scene, it was really weird. He was like almost kind of like a quasi Joker.
Well, when he's calling out his crew and he's the ringleader or whatever, it's very much like a Batman villain's talking to his henchmen, like, tonight we get the bat, you see.
But then, nothing before or after that. It was just that one scene.
And it's just like, I'll handle this myself. Like
really, really weird.
Yeah. But that's what I wanted to get into with this movie. At what point in the spectrum does this movie fall? I mean we answered that.
Oh yeah, and definitely on the intentional that they intended it to be a great movie and it just wasn't.
And it's like it's funny because of a lot of things. One thing is certain things are super dated, right? So you're laughing at the fashion choices, like the 90s raves.
That was in at the time.
Yeah, and people were making millions of dollars dressing like that. Yeah. Like it wasn't just that thing. Then you have stuff like, which I think is financial constraints, which are just hilarious. Like the fucking the plant that's just a painting hung up in the background. Or the fact that the fights suck so bad, I think because they ran out of money in the budget for a fight choreographer.
Yeah. But they had enough money to have actual explosions.
Oh,
the house actually exploded, didn't it?
Yeah. Fernando was super surprised. He stopped and he said, that house exploded.
Yeah, that was practical effect.
That was actual. And I was like, wait, how?
Yeah.
How?
Way to go, Max Knight.
Yeah, like, great job. Yeah, you did one thing.
Do you think that they filmed the house blowing up and said, shit,
yeah,
that's where all our fucking money went?
Yeah, that's why they couldn't get that choreographer.
Is there any chance that was stock footage?
No.
Yes.
Max Knight.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, what do you mean?
No, they walked out of the house.
No. There was a shot of
They interacted with it.
They interacted with it.
Outside?
They were walking away from
Yeah, but you can have the explosion in the backdrop, and then, like, there's something you can do and still use the core explosion.
That's something we might have to look at.
We'll have to watch that.
Yeah, because those are real fucking... Because there was also explosions during one of the car scenes, one of the car chases.
Was there?
Yes. And that's I'm like, wait, how? Like, what do they keep doing this? Like, there's actual explosions. I think I wrote down the times.
What it probably was is, like, I don't know what the director's experience was, but he was probably thinking, like, hey, let's get all the cool stuff out of the way. Let's film this first, and they blew their budget.
Yeah. That's probably they literally blew it up.
Yeah.
And last week we spoke briefly about good and bad product placement. fucking Half-Life, you guys.
Yeah.
Fucking Valve.
Yeah.
Hey,
Was that intentional?
Hey,
though?
I'll say that made that game look bad. That was not.
I
good
don't think
product.
I'd play. I don't think I'd play Half-Life.
Yeah, no.
I saw that.
I don't think it was part of product placement because then that just speaks to.
But that's so weird
It
because
is so
But it's specifically
random.
Half-Life.
Yeah, but
And the
what
fact-
about the Gigapet?
well, this
I
is
mean,
what
you can have multiple.
this is where it's really weird because it was made for a network.
Yeah,
You know, it's not some
They
guy
don't really need
uploading
it.
this to YouTube. This
Right.
was
it
licensed
might as well.
stuff.
Might
Yeah,
have been,
and that's what blows my mind
They-
is that
They either got the license for the use of Half-Life or they got sued or somewhere down the line, right?
They definitely contacted Valve.
Yeah.
Trust me, these guys are sharp. Like they know copyrights and everything. And
I
so
hope.
they contacted Valve and fucking Gabe was like, right on. Max Knight. Ride or die. But definitely it's it to me it would seem so much more in character for it to be like Midway. Like for the time, Midway is the company that came out with not Killer
a
Instinct,
whole bunch of different
but
games.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely like Mortal Kombat 4
Oh,
era.
and talk about them perfect dark sound effects.
Yep,
Totally.
all over the place.
Yeah.
Just
Same year it came
wow.
out,
Yep.
so without a doubt, someone
they-
played
they
that game and was
had
like,
to
"This
have
sounds
that.
cool."
Yeah.
But you know what, guys? Like, and for the listeners, like, I'm the oldest one, not by a lot. I'm like almost a year older than Fernando. So I was like around 10 when this movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
It genuinely brought back, like, a little pleasantly, like, man, that
some of the trends.
that was what it was like. It was like when you think about how media portrays like the future and how they interpret what's futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
So like in the 80s, you have everything that's blocky, very pessimistic, Japanese, right?
Frosted Tips.
80s Fernando, and then in the 90s, like just like this fucking
Cyberpunk.
like PlayStation
Goths,
1, like
yeah.
Gex.
Yeah.
Attitude out the fucking wazoos.
Yeah.
I mean, now everything's all like white, like an
Yeah.
Apple store. That's
Yeah.
how we see the future.
Minimalist. That's
Minimalist.
that's
Yeah.
the thing now.
But like to see that, it was like, man, like I remember
See,
that.
and like one thing in specific that this movie reminded me of was Spy Kids. Particularly,
Yes, I
particularly
forgot to bring that up.
Particularly Spy Kids 3. I remember we rented
Game over.
Game
over.
Oh, R.I.P. Bill Paxton. Game over, man. Game over.
So what it reminded me specifically of, I remember, and I don't know if Fernando remembers this, but we rented the movie Spy Kids 3 Game Over.
Yes.
From Blockbuster.
Yes.
And I remember opening up, and you remember the thing is in 3D. I remember opening up the DVD case, and there was 3D glasses inside of it, and I thought, holy shit, the future is here.
We also saw that movie in Spanish.
Yeah.
In Mexico.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, it kind of brought a little bit of that back to me, you know? Because, like, in the late 90s, in the early 2000s, there was that wonder, like, we have just created cell phones that don't weigh 20 pounds. What is the limit of this technology? And then now you have these spy gadgets flying, zooming around. You've got funky words that, like, you can speak in code and be like, yeah, I'm an elite hacker. You know what I mean?
Oh, have y'all ever seen the film Hackers?
Mm-mm.
I have not.
So we spoke about how. So this movie might have been filmed before The Matrix came out, just because of how long projections take.
Mm-hmm.
So like a really Matrixy thing you get is like the intro, with like the green,
Yeah.
with the binary numbers and everything. But more earnestly, it did really borrow from like Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one you guys mentioned?
James Bond.
Yeah, but what it really, really crappily tried to was the youth culture essence of Hackers.
Yeah.
Explored crappily, but nowhere nearly as bad in the movie Hackers that came out a few years before with Angelina Jolie. And it is a lot of the same thing, a big multiracial cast, of just the fucking coolest teens you've ever met. And, everybody's got skateboards. Oh, in Hackers, there is a chase scene where they're on rollerblades.
Nice.
Excellent.
Oh,
So
right.
if you want a point of reference kind of for this movie, check
It's
out
probably
check
Hackers.
out Hackers.
Okay.
And this movie rips it off so bad. In the third act, there's a showdown in cyberspace too.
Yeah.
Between the protagonist and the evil guy who is all powerful in cyberspace. So.
I mean, if the shitty one-liners weren't enough, I mean, you get that. Because this was literally one-liner, the movie. That was so bad. Like, you can literally go at any point and moment in this movie, click to something, and there's within a matter of seconds, you get a one-liner. I did this. It's proven. Random sample, 16 times. All of them one-liners. That's how bad this was.
Do y'all have a favorite one-liner from the movie?
Mine was definitely the really unnecessary time for penetration, Max. Not now, Claire.
Okay.
That one was pretty bad. I think
when this was when he was like breaking into a window.
Yeah.
That's not you're not penetrating a window.
It's the first conversation had in the movie.
I think it might be the first words.
Yeah, it very well might have been.
Mine is easily Ebozo virus.
Ebozo.
That one was pretty bad.
Very topical.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fernando, do you have one?
Well, the thing is, it's not only that. They were gronked.
Oh,
They just keep making up these words. Like, what?
Zorched.
What is this? What is this? I don't know. Some of my favorite ones were, of course, like the tip of the ice cube. Like, just that whole
Tip of the ice cube.
undermining that shit. But really,
That's hilarious.
pack up their gray matter.
Pack up.
That was like, that is literally, I'm pretty sure there has to be one of these jokes in the Big Bang Theory. There has to be something regarding this. Like, it's just so bad.
It's like a bunch of walking gray matter.
Yeah, ha 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 ha, laugh track. Just look at look away.
Two of mine are, you're one badass hottie. This movie has so much raw, sexual, dangerous energy. And then, which leads me to my second point, when he's like doing the Batman-esque villain, he's talking to those fucking raver hacker types who like have no allegiance and have like, we never understand their motivation, or why does Mark McGrath even care for them? Why do they care? He's whatever. But he says,
they're all baseheads.
Cool, horrific energy.
Yeah.
Cool, horrific energy.
It's not gonna get any more cooler than that. Sorry, Outcast. It's already been cooler.
You know what? This movie had to have been written by like a 60-year-old. Like at the time,
I mean, using words like zorched,
like where like he understands like the concept of like,
but
they have a stupid language.
This was the time before like Google was like really really popular. So I think they might have like hired quote unquote the youth for artistic direction in this. I'm pretty sure they did something along those lines. Maybe that's where their budget went.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
It's
Max Knight, the great mystery of the early 2000s.
After this, I want to check out the ending scene to see if Claire.
Yeah, we need to watch that.
That is going to be the task.
Wow.
What? Yeah.
See, I thought that was actually the best part.
Yeah, that is really cool.
But it still doesn't excuse the fact that a real person's mind has just been like tossed aside to like.
Wait. Was it really gone, or was it gone before? With that contact juggling ball.
Ooh.
Could it have just been lost there?
Yeah, maybe.
And then she was just pretty much a husk of a person, and so it's like, well, this person's
I
dead.
might as well step in.
Yeah.
Do what I was programmed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Fuck the shit out of Max Knight and eat a peach.
Yeah, like if he's down with that, like
oh, he's definitely down
Claire
with that.
was just steaming like from cyberspace, like you fucking pear eating ass bitch. Eat peach. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Like I would eat a peach if I fucking had one.
Yeah. I'd eat the pit if I could. Yeah.
I'm
that's
way freakier than you, Ricky.
Oh, cause she programmed her. So
I can literally show you the code.
yeah, it's right there.
Freak setting equals 10.
Yeah.
Freak.exe.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure. Like,
Initiate freak sequence.
Yeah. And 3. 2,
Oh, man.
1. It's-
Next night, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank God that's over.
Y'all are welcome.
Arthur, it is your turn to pick a movie.
Illuminate us.
All right,
Please
guys.
do.
So for the next movie, I've chosen a movie. I believe it's from 1981, following the theme of technology. It's called Videodrome. It's directed by
awesome.
David Cronenberg, body horror director. This movie stars James Woods and fucking blondie front woman Debbie Harry. It is a body horror sci-fi film.
Ooh.
It is super cool. You can check it out on YouTube. You can rent it on YouTube for $3, or through any nefarious means, which I will not co-sign.
I won't either.
We do not co-sign nefarious means on this podcast. But yes, Videodrome by David Cronenberg.
I'm excited.
Awesome. Yeah,
you know, like,
I've never even heard of it.
really, I've heard of Videodrome, and I know it's like an iconic like piece of body horror, like
Yeah.
film, but I just have never checked it out.
And it was really tight between that one or a movie called Scanners, which David Cronenberg did a year before, which is about psychics and
That's the one where the guy's head
very
explodes, right?
famously head
Yeah.
blowing up. Give
Oh, the guy with the glasses,
Yeah.
right? He's just like, poof, and
Yeah.
like,
I love these movies. I'm like, my personal taste, I love sci-fi, I love noir, and I love surreal movies. And so this, I think, is a good entry point for you guys.
So, in the future, are you going to throw in any David Lynch movies?
Yes.
absolutely.
Very much so. But yeah, check it out, Videodrome.
I'm excited to talk about that. I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, me too.
This is 1986, you said?
1981.
Whoa, okay,
Wow.
so it's early.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's older than you, Chris.
Yep.
It's older than all of us.
Older than
No,
specifically.
Chris transcends age.
Yeah.
Y'all forgot about that.
Well, yeah,
Did y'all totally forget about that? I didn't forget about
I
that.
I almost forgot about it.
Okay, well, good thing you didn't.
I didn't write it in my notes.
Well, write it down now. Write that down.
Go sort yourself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna zorch myself.
You are one badass hottie.
ZYS. ZYS.
Zort yourself.
Do you guys want to talk about anything else before we wrap up? We're about at an hour right now.
Oh, I think this sounds pretty good.
That's a good spot to be.
Okay. So, after Videodrome, it's going to be me
Yes.
picking the movie, then Fernando, and then, God forbid...
Look, I have a good
What?
movie. I have a good movie lined up.
What unforeseen horror.
I've told you what movie.
I
have
know,
lined
I
up.
know.
Don't tell me the movie.
Okay, perfect.
Even when you tell me, I'm not gonna be listening.
Baby Geniuses 2.
Oh man, I think I should just do bad movies.
No,
No,
I
no,
really,
no,
I
no.
cannot... Look,
We should only allow one bad movie per cycle.
guys, when I
Yeah,
watch...
so mine.
Fuck
No,
no.
we take turns. We take turns.
So serious
When-
right now.
Yes, when I saw the people in that movie, specifically like the three girls, oh my god, it reminded me of a made-for-TV Disney movie, which it like that elicits like this guttural reaction in me. I hate Disney. I do not like Disney. I've never liked Disney. I don't like anything about it. I don't like their made-for-TV movies. They're bullshit. They're
What?
terrible. This reminded me of
Not
Disney
even the
stuff.
Cheetah Girls?
Everything
One
about
and
this
two?
movie-
Cheetah Girls!
Everything about this movie and the way it looked and the way it reminded me of Disney movies rubbed me the wrong way, and I will not stand for that again.
Okay.
It made me sick.
I think you'll like my next choice. I think so. I think you'll all like my next
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually Max Knight, the sequel.
Super night.
Yeah, Super Knight.
Max Knight, Fury Road.
The Last Spy.
Nidus before
The Darkest.
No, like
The Perfect Nidus?
The second movie is Black Knight, starring Martin Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
Do you know the new Transformers movie is like The Last Night or something?
Oh,
yeah,
God.
That's right.
Yeah, it's
K-N-I-G-A?
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, like the last one I think had dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And then this one they're gonna have a knight. It's
Cool.
following the Sonic the Hedgehog trajectory.
Yeah, but
No, so are they going to start turning into wolves pretty soon?
Yes, 100%.
And then have like reboots?
Beast Wars.
Mm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, everybody look forward to that Sonic and Transformers crossover.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm gonna be
Like
on,
my pants are already
like-
off.
Disney
Yeah.
Channel original movie.
like I've already dyed my hair blue.
Oh.
Gotta go fast, y'all.
Gotta go
Yeah.
fast.
How much plastic surgery do you think Megan Fox is going to have in this one?